Schaefer is presented by Schaefer's IGA.
Loose leash walking is not healing. Healing is an advanced behavior. Controlled march, it's a behavior used for showing and in, parades and crowds, specific places, going into stores. But it's not a behavior dogs should be required to do all day long. Making a dog heel on a nice sniffy walk is like taking a young man to a car show and not letting him look at any of the cars, or taking her shopping and not letting her look at any of the stores. So allow your dog to take a sniffy walk. Let it be rewarded to them. But they need to be polite. The leash needs to be loose. Management tools that work good. A lot of the modern leashes have these extra loop up by the front. And there's also the martingale collar, the no-slip collar, which is a double looping collar. One loop around the dog's neck, the second one that the leash can go back through. So when you wrap the dog, it's funny that dogs will pull all day on their neck, but when something constricts around their belly or the ribs, they usually give you a lot less slack, or a lot more slack, and you get a loose leash. You get a calmer walk. Right, Jerry. Yes, Jerry's a sled dog. He can pull like you wouldn't believe when you want him to. So it's interesting to get him to pull less when you don't want him to. So some hardware, some management, so that you don't have to train. You can just get the dog to loose leash walk without as much effort. The front pull harness. Sammy's a sled dog. He does ski journey, bike journey, and 2-dog sled racing. So if there's a harness on him that pulls from back here, that just encourages him to go harder. But by putting harness on him that grabs at the front, and that turns the shoulders, and sometimes it's safe to put it through both the collar and the harness. Now he'll still get to the end of the line, but he won't yank as hard because it turns his shoulders. Another possible solution, as we showed earlier with Jumpin' Jerry, is the wrap. Sammy has a martingale collar on, so I simply have to go around his belly and back through the loop in the martingale. Martingale collar looks like that, goes around their neck, and then has a baby loop that kind of constricts. The third solution that can hurt the dog if you're not careful, but usually won't, and Sammy has never had one of these on that I know of in his entire life, so we're going to see it for the first time today, is the gentle leader, like a horse leader, over the schnoz. Now what that does is it gives you control of the animal from their head. You're okay, honey. It's hard to make it positive at first, so you want us to be ready to get out. Hey, here. You want to be ready to get out and do something fun so that they're sniffing and they get used to it. Hey, you're fine. Enjoy. Look around. Smell. It's okay. It's okay. I know that feels funny. It takes a lot of getting used to the gentle leader, but once they get used to it, it really makes for nice walks. So that's loose leash walking hardware.
So this is Chappie, and he's very, very used to things on his face because he is muzzle trained. And so one of the great things about the gentle leader is once a dog is muzzle trained or used to having their face messed with, the gentle leader isn't going to bother them as much.
Chappie associates everything on his face as a good thing. It means I get exercise, I get a walk, I get to have time with my mom. You see, they still can smell, enjoy the world, eat, drink, whatever they want. It's just like a halter on a horse, but it gives you so much more control because you're steering them from their nose instead of from their neck or your shoulders.
So as Jay said, a lot of times people are walking their dog. They're pulling them away from smells and scents when it's a snippy walk. So he decided that this water was the most rewarding scent he could find. A lot of people would go, like this and pull them away. What you want to do is go, hey, Dartha. We're kind of going to wait for it. Hey, Dartha. What's this? And reward when he actually does come away from the scent, if that is the goal. If you're on a sniffy walk, the sniffy walk is actually going to be one of the best things you can do for them because it's good for their brain. So he's already on that scent. So right here, we go, hey, Grissom. And he's going to choose to come away from it on his own and get the treat. If that is something I want him to do, that's how I'm going to do it. I'm not just going to yank on this dog. Even though he's going to yank me. But that's how we want to do it.